Welcome back to Hot Rod Guy Garage, and this is going to be another episode on the 65 Mustang. Now, a lot of stuff's changed since the last update video on this car, and as you can see, we're missing a quarter panel, so follow me along through the intro, and I'll be back. And alright guys, just an update. Now, I am going to video me fixing this car, but I'm kind of in the tear down assembly stage. As you can see, I got dirt all over my face and stuff. So, I'm not going to talk a whole lot in this video, but the customer did agree to replace the metal with new, better quality steel. So, what I'm doing, I'm going in here, I'm going to remove these panels, and then we're going to begin squaring the car up 100%, doing some cross measuring off the Ford reference charts, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to cut him a deal on doing this work. I can't do it for free unless y'all blow these videos up. So I hope y'all enjoyed the ride along. Let's see if we can get this past your quarter panel off. So, got that quarter panel off. As you can see, I cut it below their seam. The reason why I done that is because I cut this roof awful hacky. So, as you can see, they had this gap just filled full of Bondo. Same, it's going to need this rear lower window panel also. I'm sure it is rotted out all along that edge also. Here's that outer wheelhouse. You know, sheet metal screw. It's got some boogery welds all the way around. The bottom of this quarter wasn't even attached. It was glued on with some kind of sealer. Had one spot weld down here at the bottom here. Two little boogery welds up here at the top. Nothing to hold it on the inner window seam. Looking in here, guys, I just don't see how this car was so rusty enough that it needed all this metal. So, big bunch of stuff to fix. I've got to get these rocker panel moldings off too. I got to get this glass and regulator out so I can get in here and get these extracted. So, I am going to fix it, and I am more than capable of fixing this car. But, you know, I've made these videos pretty much for myself to document this stuff. So, I appreciate everybody that watches. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, guys. Not every car is easily being able to be junked. So, I personally wouldn't have fixed it. He wants to. I tried to talk him out of it several times, and here we are. So, I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to show you the back half of the car and the driver's side where I got all this stuff off, and I'll be back. So, got the rear frame rail, reinforcement trunk floor panels out, you know, with the bumper braces. All that stuff's out. And the frame rail in here actually looks pretty good. I've got to figure out how to extract this cleanly. This rear panel, because the frame rails, like I said before, are not square. It would probably be a good idea to go ahead and replace this panel also. It's pretty badly pitted and starting to get some pinholes through it. And same with them wheelhouses. They're pretty ugly around the bottom side. I could probably just go in here and put a 1-inch piece of metal in the bottom of both sides on the inners. This outer they patched. And everybody's saying this was done in the 80s. If you look at these welds, guys, they have no rust on them. I thought the same thing. So it really probably needs this whole outer wheelhouse right here on this side, on the driver's side. Once again, was not attached. Down here, had some little boogery stuff down here in the corner. This one didn't even have any boogery stuff up here at the top, nor was it attached here, which this whole lip is just about gone on this side. But we got more of the same ugly at the roof line where they attached a quarter and just slabbed it full of Bondo in these gaps and holes, guys. So more of the same with the rear window panel, the trunk divider. It's going to save you money in the long run. Just go ahead and replace this. So still got to get in here and cut these floors back out. But sometimes you got to start from the bottom to build back up. So when I say you got to start from the bottom to build back up, especially when you got a unibody structure it's so out of whack as this car, it's the only way to do it. So like I said in the last video, I pretty much got the car squared on the jack stands. Measurements for the floor to the rockers are pretty close. I do have the factory Ford measurements, and we all know there's an 1/8 to 1/4 inch variance in those. So it at least gives me the measurements to build off of. So the big thing is to get all the bad metal out of the car, and then we can start going back together with good metal. So I guess the next big thing I need to do is get the rear window out of it so I can evaluate the window lip edge and that rear panel between the trunk lid and the rear window, and to see how rusty it actually is. So he did want me to put the studs back around the window where you put the rear window trim on. It has absolutely none of them left, and there's holes all the way around it. So let's get tore into it and see what we got. Well, appearances, it looks pretty solid in here. So that's always a good sign. Unfortunately, you know, some of their attachment techniques down in here aren't all that great. And you see all the holes where studs are supposed to be, all up around this window edge. And they do make a screw-on type clip replacement to do that. The right way would be to weld the studs back in and reinstall the clips. Probably a good time for him to put a new package tray instead of this little home drilled mess they got in here. But even looking down in here, this car looks good and solid in this area. You see the factory drilled holes. Still look okay. Unfortunately, on this side, it looks like it was just draining down through here, straight into the trunk, which I guess a good thing none of this stuff was, fitted well. That way the water run back out. So I may just end up coming in here and putting a piece of metal on this edge and trying to bring it on up to this edge right here. at least square this off. So basically you just take this stuff one step at a time. You have to start from the bottom to go back up. A lot of you probably not gonna like the way I'm doing it, but this is how I would fix something like this. And I've done quite a few cars over the years just like this. So if you enjoy this kind of content, guys, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe. That way you can stay updated as progress progresses on this 65 Mustang. Hopefully, next video, we'll get the floor pans out of it, and we can begin some at cross measuring stuff, and hopefully start to go back together. So, as always, I appreciate everybody that watches these videos. I look forward to your comments down below. And until the next time, guys, I'll see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.